Okpebholo cannot talk, yet replies critics in various speech at rally in Benin City by Ehichioya Ezomo. In the lead-up to the primaries for the 2024 governorship election in Edo State, the triple issues of not being a homeboy, unable to communicate in Esa language, and speak publicly to articulate plans for governance has sailed the former aspirants of the People's Democratic Party, PDP, and the All Progressive Congress, APC, Dr. Asue Igodalo and Senator Monday Okpebholo respectively. For Mr. Igodalo, a lawyer and business mogul, his sins are that having been born, raised and schooled and worked and lived outside Edo State, he isn't a homeboy and cannot communicate in a language. As for Mr. Okpebholo, a businessman and philanthropist, born, bred, schooled and lived among the grassroots, his alleged inability to speak and articulate properly his plans for the governorship disqualifies him. But the question is, when have speaking in the mother tongue, being a homeboy and a public speaker, among other factors, become criteria for qualification for the office of governor or any other elective position under the amended 1999 Constitution of Nigeria? For the record, for the position of a member of the Senate, a member of the House of Representatives, a member of the State House of Assembly, the presidents and vice presidents, and the governor and deputy governor, the qualification requirements are spelled out in Section 65, 106, 131, and 177 accordingly. Thus, A. He is a citizen of Nigeria by birth. B. He has attained the age of 35, 30, 40, and 35, applicable to each office in that order. He is a member of a political party and is sponsored by that political party, and he has been educated to at least school level certificate or its equivalent. And under interpretation in Section 318 of the Constitution, school certificate or its equivalent means C. III, the ability to read, write, understand and communicate in the English language to the satisfaction of the Independent National Electoral Commission. Clearly, only INEC has the power to determine whether a candidate has the ability to read, write, understand, and communicate in the English language and not in their local language, which medium Igodalo deployed to address his kinsmen. Yet, it's on the premise that he cannot speak Esa language because he is a Lagos boy and not a homeboy, and reportedly hired an interpreter when he intimated his community about his governorship ambition. That opponent, especially supporters of the opposition All Progressive Congress, have attempted to undermine Igodalo's genuine aspiration to be governor of the state. When on Sunday, December 3rd, 2023, Igodalo met with members of his ward, Ewohimi, Esa South East local government area of Edo State, to solicit their support. He spoke in pidgin English and told the anxious and excited crowd, "I want us to stand as one. If we stand as one, the whole of Esa will take us seriously and we will be the pride of Edo State. I want everybody to go and register so that we can all vote as one body for the goodness and mercies of our land. We must have water, road, jobs and lights. By the grace of God, if we get this governorship, we will get everything. And Edo State will be the greatest state in Africa." At the border gatherings in Esa land, the people need a streetwise interpreter to further break down the message, even delivered in the local dialect. So it wasn't out of place for Mr. Igodalo's political message to be simplified for proper understanding of the audience. This was what critics deviously termed hiring of an interpreter, which went viral in the media to score some undeserved political points. But unfortunately for them, it didn't scratch the surface, talk less of achieving the intended millage. While some social media posts have been laughed on the engagement of an interpreter to talk to one's kinsman as a sign of age-long disconnect from the people, others defended Mr. Igodalo, urging focus on the progress he could bring to Edo State, as local language will not bring investment. Unluckily for Igodalo, his community's people of Ewohimi did not, on account of his alleged inability to speak Eso, reject him, his vision and mission, and blueprint for the governorship of Edo State in 2024. Rather, reports spoke of an enthusiastic reception for him amid pomp and ceremony. So whether or not Igodalo speaks Eso fluently, he has adjusted to delivering his message of making Edo the #1 state in Nigeria in simple English language mixed with pidgin English, the unofficial lingua franca of Esan people. Edo people and the Nigerian people, and that is turned for him a blessing in disguise. Since entering the governorship race in 2023, Ighodalo have been everywhere in the hooks and the nooks and crannies of the 192 of the 18 local government areas of Edo State, setting himself his vision and mission to be governor in November 2024. Coming to Mr. Okpebholo, critics have termed his alleged non-public speaking and eloquence to communicate his governance plans to the people of Edo State as signifying a lack of capability, capacity, courage, cognition, exposure, maturity, and popularity. A combination of these factors have cost Okpebholo the All Progressive Congress Edo Central and the All Progressive Congress defection of high-profile members to the ruling People Democratic Party in Edo State. In the interim, Okpebholo continues to be dogged by his alleged inability to speak publicly to the Edo voters, which, with mostly People Democratic Party supporters piling pressure on him to appear on an undisguisedly unfriendly Arise television, regarded as the broadcast arm of the opposition in Nigeria, as a condition precedent to his qualification for governor. As Okpebholo shunned the obviously biased bait to lure him to the slaughter, he strived lately to prove his political opponents wrong by speaking forcefully at rallies across Edo State barely 3 weeks to September 21st. At a campaign stop at Adawawa area of Benin City, Okpebholo, accompanied by Comrade Oshimole, who normally introduced Okpebholo at rallies, firstly addressed the rally goers camped out on and around a waterlogged road in the area. Following Oshimole's lengthy storm speech, in which he reminded of the alleged failings of the Obaseki government, around which he framed the September election as a referendum, he introduced Okpebholo saying, "Now we are bringing somebody who is going to be a practical man." So, this man patting Okpebholo on the right shoulder is a simple man, with applause of "yes so" from the crowd. His name is Senator Monday Okpebholo Akpakomisa. Taking the microphone, Okpebholo ticked in some shorthand fashion his programs of action, one after the other. "I want to thank you for the interest you have for Edo State," he told the cheering and positing crowd. "I am coming to work for you. Why I'm contesting it to make sure that all injustice done in our land is reversed." Pointing to the flooded road and its surrounding on which the rally held, Okpebholo promised that all this road, all these gutters will delete everything. Your schools will fix them back. Insecurity will be a thing of the past in our land. Hospitals, we are going to revive our hospitals back. And we will build new hospitals. Agriculture, we are going to provide farmers with fertilizers. Market women, we are going to give you sub-loans without interest. We will make sure that our land grows again. We will not steal your money, as they are doing now. They have taken a lot of money out of this land. The Obaseki government alone borrowed over 500 billion naira. What did they do with the money? Nothing. Nothing to show for it. So we are coming to serve the people. We are coming to interact with the people. We are coming to solve the people's problems. Alright, on this note, you have come to the end of the news. We say thank you for tuning in to listen until I come your way next time. Enjoy the rest of your day.